Every month, Americans lose over 10 million to scam calls.
More than 15,000 victims were targeted by a complex fraud scheme involving a network of call centers originating in India.
The calls come from air-conditioned offices in cities like Kolkata, Noida of India. Most of them are recruited through Telegram and WhatsApp groups. These are young boys and girls in their 20s, fluent in English, and desperate for a job. Each is expected to make over 100 calls a day, with scam centers chasing daily targets between $10,000 to $20,000, and sometimes even more. Indians are scammers, stereotype or reality? So who are these scammers? Really, is this some one-person con job in a bedroom? No. These are full-blown businesses, structured, organized, and even performance-driven. Behind the door of a small rented office space in Kolkata or Noida, there might be 20 to 100 employees, young boys and girls mostly in their 20s. Again, they speak English fluently. They're really good at speaking English.
Sir, can you just turn on your computer and check the notification? We have sent you some notification on your computer, sir.
Desperate for jobs. Some are fresh graduates, others are dropouts, all lured by one thing: money. Their titles? Openers. They make the first contact. They warm up the victim, make them panic, and then transfer the call to closers. More experienced. They do the emotional act, run the fake bank scripts, and seal the deal. Supervisors, they monitor 10 to 15 employees, ensure scripts are followed, and track targets. Managers handle salaries, payoffs, and even connections with corrupt officials. Owners usually operate behind the scenes. They run multiple such centers and often have legitimate businesses on the side. The average scammer earns between 40,000 to 80,000 rupees per month. That's 500 to 1,000 US dollars, which is 3 to 4 times more than a regular call center jobs in India. A good closer can make bonuses up to 2 lakhs. That's 2,400 US dollars in a single month. The owners, they're raking in over 100,000 to 500,000 monthly, and it's tax-free. How this whole scam journey begins. You get a call, or maybe a pop-up appears on your laptop that says your system is infected, or that a suspicious payment was made. You panic. You call the number. On the other side, a polite man picks up, sometimes calling himself David from Microsoft or Steve from Amazon. He speaks decent English, reads from a script, and follows the exact emotional path that thousands have followed before. Fear, urgency, confusion. He'll say, your system is at risk. There's been unauthorized access. We need to verify your identity. Then he'll ask you to download a remote desktop app, TeamViewer or AnyDesk. Once you do, you've basically handed over control of your computer. They can now see your screen. You might see a bank page open and they'll pretend to issue a refund. This is where the real trick begins.
We send you the refund. Just give me one moment, okay?
Okay.
They'll type a fake bank transaction into HTML editor. They literally change the text on your screen. Let's say you were supposed to get a refund of $100. Suddenly, it looks like you got $1,000. They accidentally added a zero, and now they start panicking. Oh no, we refunded you $900 extra. I'll lose my job. Please send it back. Send it back. This is emotional manipulation 101. Many Americans, especially the elderly, believe it. They want to help, so the scammer will ask them to buy gift cards, Amazon, Walmart, Target, or withdraw cash and deposit it at a Bitcoin ATM. Once that's done, the money is untraceable. Let's talk about one real story exposed by the YouTube legend Scammer Payback, aka Pierogi.
I'm going to be letting these scammers know that I'm watching them. I know their bosses' names, I know their location of their building, and I know what they're doing in that building.
In one of his viral operations, he posed as an elderly woman and strung along scammers from Kolkata for days. They thought they were milking a vulnerable old lady, but instead they were being watched. Pierogi had hacked into their CCTV cameras and computer systems. He had live feeds of every desk. He could see them laugh, joke, and plan their scams. He gathered all the evidence, names, IP addresses, phone logs, even banking records. He sent it all to local police. Nothing happened. Why? Because the scammers had already paid off someone higher up. According to sources in the videos and follow-up interviews, by the time police reached the center, the place was cleared out. Only empty rooms remained. Later, only a few low-level employees were arrested. The owners vanished. According to the FBI's 2022 Internet Crime Report, over 10.2 billion was lost to cybercrimes in the US alone. A significant portion of this came from scams originating in India. Tech support scams, refund scams, IRS impersonation scams, social security threats, all share one common thing: a call from someone pretending to help. Behind the curtains, these are set up just like actual startups. Office spaces, usually located in places like Salt Lake Sector 5 in Kolkata, or business parks in Delhi, Noida, Gurugram, or Punjab. These are often rented under fake company names like XYZ Tech Solutions or Customer Connect PVT Ltd. Employees recruited through Telegram, WhatsApp groups, and sometimes job portals with ads like US process, English required. New joiners go through 7 to 14 days of training. They memorize scripts, learn emotional manipulation tactics, and are taught how to use remote access software like AnyDesk or TeamViewer. Daily targets. Each opener must make at least 100 calls a day. Closers are expected to scam at least 2 to 3 people per shift to get their bonus. Payouts: an average opener earns 20,000 to 30,000 rupees a month. A good closer can make 80,000 to 150,000 rupees a month. Owners, of course, make crores monthly. This is organized financial crime, backed by greed, desperation, and often silence from local authorities. If these scammers are in India, how do they actually receive the money? Their real channels? Gift cards. The victim is asked to buy Apple, Google Play, or Walmart gift cards. Then they're told to read out the codes over the phone. These codes are immediately sold on the dark web or to resellers. Bitcoin ATMs. Victims are told to go to their nearest Bitcoin ATM, deposit cash, and send it to a wallet address controlled by the scammers. Once it's in crypto, it's nearly impossible to track. Remote bank transfers. In some advanced scams, the scammers gain full control of the victim's PC, open their bank site, and initiate a wire transfer. Mule accounts. This is where things get global. Scammers build relationships with Indian origin individuals in the US, Canada, or in the UK, either knowingly or by fooling them to. These money mules receive funds and send them to India via Hawala networks or crypto platforms. In some cases, the money takes a detour through Spain, Russia, or Mauritius before arriving in India. These scammers are not just street smart, they're tech smart. Let's say you just joined a fake call center. You're 21, jobless, and desperate to support your family. You know it's not legit, but the money is too good. You read your lines again and again, acting like you work for Amazon, Microsoft, Geek Squad, or Norton. You play the emotional game: fear, guilt, sympathy, anything that works. And if someone falls for it, your team cheers. You're rewarded, maybe with cash, maybe with whiskey, maybe with just a good job, bye. You think with all the evidence available, local authorities in India would shut these places down fast. But here's the bitter truth: many don't. Scammers pay back. Trilogy Media, Jim Browning, and others have exposed dozens of scam centers, giving addresses, CCTV footage, and phone logs directly to Indian police. Yet the centers continue operating. Why? Sources from these operations have shared that some police departments are underpaid and overburdened. Bribes are common. 2 to 5 lakhs, $2,500 to $6,000 US, can make a raid disappear. Landlords renting space to these centers rarely verify operations. And above all, scammers simply relocate. One scam center exposed by Jim Browning and Mark Rober had CCTV hacked, audio recordings of employees discussing scams, and GPS tracked routers. They still operated for months before a raid finally happened. Only after millions of views pressured officials to act. And even then, most of the top bosses disappear before anyone could be arrested. What we're looking at is not just a scam problem, it's a broken system. India has the second largest population of English speakers in the world and a 7 to 8% unemployment rate. That's millions of young people with skills but no opportunity. And when the choice is between 10,000 rupees a month at a legit job and 60,000 rupees a month scamming someone from Texas, seems like a no-brainer. Meanwhile, victims in the US are mostly senior citizens. They lose their pensions, their life savings, in some tragic cases, their homes. Yet the punishment, if caught, the scammer might spend 6 to 9 months in jail, post bail and start over, often under a new name. Because of a few thousand scammers, millions of honest Indians, especially those working in real IT companies or call centers, are treated with suspicion. Indian software developers face discrimination during interviews. Legitimate Indian-run businesses struggle to win trust in Western markets. Indian YouTubers, freelancers, and remote workers have to fight against this label. Are you legit or a scammer? And that's one of the biggest injustices. India has produced world-class CEOs, doctors, engineers, artists. It's time to fight back, not with violence, but with truth, awareness, and accountability. The Indian government has the power to stop this. They know exactly where these scam hubs are. Multiple YouTubers, foreign agencies, and whistleblowers have given detailed addresses, videos, and IP logs. So what can be done? Mass crackdowns, not just one-time raids, continuous surveillance and closures. Strict punishment, not just slaps on the wrist, real jail time. Seizure of scam profits. Tenant verification laws. Make it mandatory for landlords to verify renters and their businesses. Reward whistleblowers. Give incentives to former employees who expose these centers. This isn't impossible. The FBI, CBI, Interpol, and Delhi Cyber Cell have already collaborated on some cases, but it needs to scale fast. Because for every call center that shuts down, 5 more are opening with the same laptops, same software, and new fake name. Raise awareness, tell your parents, share real stories, watch videos from creators like Scammer Payback, Jim Browning, Knowledge is your best armor. And let's stop pretending India is a country of scammers. It's not.